I can't for the life of me figure out why ethnicity and behavior are totally removed from the current conversation in the United States of America. People have chosen tribalism, violence, anarchy, emotion, choosing to be peeping Toms, looking at windows and staring at faces. Bullies. Instead of acknowledging the problem in place now. The system, 2 words, from a human who speaks language. Tribalism, group social world, gestures. And for the lucky few and pretty, they get to speak. They get to have a name, they get to rap, they get to have hip hop, they get to have some music. While they're indoctrinating and teaching the planet about their demands now. The big lie has to do with these processes, with these people with sectors in this healthcare, medicine, fantasy idea. Being told to everyone, including myself, me, now, they're here to help now. They're keeping track of what people are doing to make sure they're not making a mistake and getting sick. Not fighting with that anarchist, black-wearing, grocery shopping thug, gangster. There's so much disarray in this conversation about behavior. And so much imagination needed to explain the glass house analogy, the box in place around a person now. Restricting a body part and eliminating a voice to achieve the explained goals, direction, and eventual success now. Ethnicity and behavior are the real racism, are the real inequality. Not just limited to the sector-loving psychologist, psychotherapist, psychiatrist, mental health, healthcare, medicine, doctor, but to the tribal Lord God, supreme head honcho, who makes the same choices as the PhD professor, observing. Observation makes racism. Observation makes 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, D, E, F, G categories. Freedom a letter, a thought and thinking, food, time, aren't easily distracted. Until a person gets forced to kill themselves and commit suicide to leave the violence. Anybody from anywhere in the whole world on the planet Earth does stuff differently. Making a system of behavior and trying to include all of those humans and all those people and all those folks makes people scream and yell and do drugs. Makes people walk around in the middle of Seattle in the middle of the night making sounds and noises and stimulating what they see and what they hear now. Behavior is very similar to the ABCs alphabet. And unfortunately mathematical now. Algorithms, AI, programmed, supercomputers. People with huge, ginormous bank accounts sitting on the cash and making a person like me beg to help their baby not have cancer in the future, hypothetically and theoretically. Watching my eyes get big on the video and loving every second, just screaming and hollering and raising the fist saying, "They've got the answers." And all they're really explaining has to do with those people outside who claim they're doing stuff differently. They're going to make the world a better place for everyone, as long as those people who want to live in their world adhere to what they say, what they demand, and what they want. Genocide, Holocaust, cleansing, ethnicity, race, skin, dialect, region, civil war, anger, emotion. Restrained with the smart and intelligent and wise and brilliant thinker who's figured out what the body does mostly, how the brain thinks and has thought, and what those two do together in their system they call psychology, psychiatry, medicine, health, well-being. People are going to kill each other. People are going to slaughter one another. There's going to be Armageddon, and everybody keeps going in the same direction, towards the same goal. A word, a description, a language, a letter, a number, a math, an equation, and infinity. Rather than accepting and not denying the fragility, the spontaneity, the brilliance, the beauty, and not having some animalistic, freakishly nasty person denying these parts of the brain, the body, in the world, on the planet, floating. Next to the sun, next to the moon, in the vicinity of other places. The problems being talked about can't be solved from what's seen. They can't be destroyed and eliminated with more thinking and thought. They're only available to the free. And the only way to be a part of freedom has to do with not having limits, with speaking and saying and doing with the hands and the body now. There's no honor in sitting someone down and telling them some emotional material from history. There's people who want to get their point in the public, normally accomplished in schools, classrooms, where people don't turn into revolutionaries. They try to solve dilemmas, assist the elderly, and not shove them over on a street. And not destroy and eliminate. The Armageddon keeps happening from all of the stimulus involved with what's taking place now. The whole process perpetuates. People get excited, they learn, they grow emotionally, spiritually, psychologically, and they get inspired to go beat the shit out of anybody who doesn't look like they're aware. Surround the dumb and ignorant. And the stimulus from the aggression, the hormones, the ladies looking all sexy and beautiful for them, the men so tough and strong and bold for their girls. And nobody raises their hand to go, nobody puts their arms up and says, they just keep doing. and going? No.